Hello my beautiful people, welcome to the next 2020 segment with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, so this is the next one. As you can see, this one is called The Power of Intention. And these are just sort of snippets, you know, they're things that I've observed, things that I've utilized, worked with, information that I've gathered over the years. I'm just kind of putting it all together in sort of a compilation to share with you guys. And like I said, I'm loving the response that I'm having to all of these different topics and stuff that I'm opening up. It's really exciting to me to do some different stuff. I love what I do on a weekly and monthly basis, but it's just nice to bring you other things and other topics and open up different avenues of dialogue and discussion. So with that said, intention, what do we know about intentions? Well, for the most part, especially nowadays, when we think of intentions, a lot of people think of new moon intentions, full moon intentions, you know, and you know, declarations and stuff, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's just about something that's a bit deeper than that. So as always, I've got my trusty notes here. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, having intentions is actually a very beneficial thing for your life. To have things that you intend to do or things that you strive towards or for is never a waste of time. It's definitely never a waste of energy. And utilizing the power of intention taps you into your directional force. So when I talk about your directional force, what do I mean? This is about literally choosing a direction, a specific direction for the energy that you house or hold within you. That's a really potent thing to be in touch with, because this is what truly gets you aligned with your own willpower. And that's a really, really important thing to have a handle on, so to speak. So intention is about deliberately channeling your energy towards a specific goal, towards something that you want to create, to manifest, to bring into actuality or tangibility. These are, you know, an intention, when you really set it and it's specific, this gives your mind, your subconscious especially. Intention is a really powerful tool for utilizing subconscious energy, because it gives the subconscious something to focus on and to reach for and to work on while you're asleep, or in those moments where you're in meditation or in the liminal state. And the reason that's important is because your subconscious is kind of like a beastie, and it's like, right, well, I'm just going to regurgitate everything that I'm usually filled with. So stuff from your parents, stuff from your childhood, you know, all of your own stuff that you consistently tell yourself and chuck in there at that little beastie. It will just kind of, you know, it's like a little Pac-Man on the inside, and it just digests everything, especially things that are of a pattern, you know, a pattern sort of nature. So things that are repetitive especially sink right in there. So when you set intentions, and when you do this, especially when you do this in a liminal state, so if you take yourself just below the current consciousness, you know, take a few deep breaths, slow the voice, bring yourself into that moment of attention and awareness of the now. Really paying attention to the sensations that you can feel, maybe in your hands, in your feet, really just beneath that, you know, just beneath the consciousness. So still conscious, but just underneath it, in that slightly sort of liminal state where you can, I mean, just now as well, I'm already producing images in my mind and allowing it to kind of flow. In that space, if you state your intention, you're speaking directly to your subconscious. And if you can do that, you give it a track, you give it a path to say, right, okay, well, the stuff that I'm used to is, you know, I can just keep chucking that out, but I'm getting an instruction here. Let me start working on that. Let me start kind of creating ideas or pulling in different pieces of information that are going to confirm or draw to me whatever this intention is stating. You see, and I'm still in there, like, and now I'm going to come out of it, and it's really easy when you get used to kind of going into and out of it. it's just it's almost like a really exciting game to see what you can create and how you can draw to you the things that you need. That's just one sort of, I could go on and on, but I'm sure a lot of people would be like, okay, Raf's cracked. In fact, a lot of you might be now. You're probably thinking like, oh, okay. But hey ho, I said this year that I would do more of this sort of stuff and open up different topics and talk about different stuff and have different conversations and, just really show you guys a bit more about who I am behind the camera and behind my deck of cards. So in the intentions, so I created a digital product. It's called the Intention Setters Guidebook. I go into all of this a lot more in that. I can't remember what the price is, but if you want to find it, it will be in the link in the description box below. And it's got a whole sort of set of different ideas and techniques that you can use to really tap you into how to create an intention and what they actually do for you. So when you set intentions, you are declaring something. And when you make a declaration like that and you put your intent behind it, I intend to, right? This is already you kind of saying that I'm going to do this. And this is where I expect my energy, especially my subconscious energy, to flow towards. And this is kind of the difference between, when you hope for something or you wish for it versus creating a goal in order to work towards and push for. That's kind of the difference. It's your intention. When you wish for something, it's kind of like, it's a bit kind of pie in the sky and, oh, wouldn't that be nice? And when you hope for something, it's like, I really hope this happens. They're not necessarily negative energies. They're not negative energies at all. It's good to have hope, especially when you're going through a difficult time. Hope is kind of what keeps you striving, right? The same thing with wishes, things that you wish for. However, if you create a goal or an intention, these are things that you've already stated to your own mind and self and energy and the universe that you intend to happen, that you intend to bring into actuality. So it's almost like you're already making the decision and then working back from there and kind of filling in the steps, so to speak. Intention is about tapping into the energetic will. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about your directional power, right? When you tap into your energetic will, when you kind of utilize that energy, the saying goes, where attention goes, energy flows, right? Very much the same sort of concept, but your intention is injecting that energy straight into exactly what it is that you want to create, what it is that you want to bring about. These are it's a really important tool. So the next time you have a new moon, don't just write something on a piece of paper and burn it and say, oh yeah, look at that, I've done my mini ritual. Really take a moment to take those few breaths. Bring yourself just underneath the current consciousness. Bring yourself into that liminal state where you can really feel the energy, and then speak the intention aloud as you write it. Speak the intention after you've written it. And if you're going to chuck it into something and burn it to bring it into actuality faster, then make sure that as you see that happening, you're also stating that intention. Remember, your subconscious loves the patterns and the things that you consistently feed it. So if you bring yourself just underneath that sort of current level of consciousness, you're infusing your words and your intentions with that energetic power, and you're directing it straight at the thing that you want to bring into actuality. All right, so oh yeah, and here's a really cool one as well. When I was looking at different meanings for the word intention, did you know that the word intention is the process in which a wound heals itself? Just ponder that and really take a moment to kind of consider like its intention. So the body's natural intention is to heal itself. And the word intention means to heal, to address something that you feel may be out of balance or is currently, and I say currently because it's a choice then, is currently out of your reach. Really, I mean, when I read that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna I'm gonna have to unpack that one, because it was just phenomenal to me. It really kind of made my mind work in a different way, and I was like, oh, okay, I really like that. I'm gonna have to use that. So with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you find it fun, informative. Like I say to everybody, nothing that I put out there, please don't ever think this is me saying my word is absolute law. It's not about that at all. These are my thoughts, my opinions that I'm sharing with you guys, so that you get a different insight into who I am, what I'm about, what I do, and how I've kind of come to some of the conclusions that I'm at nowadays. All right, so with that said, as always, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic day, week, month, time, whatever time you're watching this. Take care, and I'll see you soon.